Welcome back, everybody. We got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Roby, and Mscribe. And today we're going to be talking about some strategy. Not Michael Saylors strategy.
What kind of?
A punk strategy.
What kind of? Remember that
Saylor
juice I was referring to?
100%,
last week or yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah. So what is this concoction? This salty thing that is being spread about. We talked about it before. It's got a name, actually. Or at least it did in the traditional sense. They were called DATs.
Or flywheels, yeah.
It's true.
That was the original OG name.
Yeah, some sort of flywheel, closed loop, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Saylor has perfected the art of wheel generation in the effort of accumulating more bags and therefore increasing the value perception of his holding entity in a sense.
Yeah.
Weaponizing the rails of Wall Street to do so. And then, therefore coming up with his own mechanism of sustainment, right? Which is perpetual motion of generating liquidity for the act of buying more Bitcoin, for the act of getting others to do that, I guess, as a result, so that the underlying value pressure, buy pressure
increases
of Bitcoin
the value.
Increases, therefore pumping his holding value up, therefore pumping his company perception value up, and it's this whole magical thing happening.
And therefore he can sell more shares, dilute the shareholders, but increase the Bitcoin per share.
Yeah, so they're happy, right?
Yeah.
It's just
and redo the whole thing.
Yeah, for forever.
Forever.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
This is what we're being told. We'll see. We're all living through the real-time experiment. But, yeah, so we kind of made some predictions once we caught wind of this, right? It's you know what? This is probably going to fester from here.
100%, yes.
And it's going to get really weird.
And it's gotten weird. There's some tokens that don't have the number go up technology that Bitcoin does.
Yeah. That
are doing the DAT strategy.
Basically.
And they're buying failed public companies for a few $1 million and then accumulating, coins like Story and things that don't necessarily have number go up technology.
Yeah, typically those coins have to have some sort of VC backing, right, in order to execute on that, industry pathway. But so, yeah, what's the rest of us to do, right? We've got a whole industry of dormant assets called NFTs.
Are we supposed to buy these failed public companies and do this with our tokens?
Yeah, we all need to just crowdsource, right?
Yeah.
Guys, we need $1 million so we can do one of these SPAC
multiple
deals
$1 million.
However much it costs.
Yeah.
Let's just assume it's $1 million. It's been several years since a lot of these NFT projects raised their initials.
Yeah.
They probably don't have $1 million lying around anymore, so they can't just resurrect on their own.
Correct.
So let's devise some sort of on-chain mechanism leveraging another established new primitive that's part of the discussion this cycle, which is the fee dynamics, right? Which we're starting to see can produce a lot of different fruitful outcomes, right? Whether it's let's leverage some portion of the trading fee to support content creators on apps like Zora or Pump.
Yeah, Believe.
Yeah, Believe, so that they could fund their app development, right?
Yeah, great use case.
Or let's increase that fee percentage to a much more dramatic.
Yeah, it's not 1 or 2%.
Yeah, it's now 10%.
10%, yeah.
Which is insane to think about. I didn't think. But because, it's kind of the similar understanding. I'm comfortable being diluted as a MicroStrategy holder because I know
100%
that active dilution is going to result in Michael Saylor being able to buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah, and you get, as a result, higher Bitcoin per share.
Right. So in this case, I'm okay whenever I trade these tokens that we're about to talk about. They're called strategy tokens.
Right.
I'm okay with the 10% tax imposition because I know that's fueling this flywheel that we're about to discover.
Yeah. Right? So let's take a look. It's called Punk Strategy. This is where it started. The Perpetual Punk Machine by TokenWorks. And we're releasing a novel protocol combining the CryptoPunks on-chain marketplace with our new token Punkster. The mechanism is called the yo-yo, a simple mechanism.
Trademarked.
It's trademarked, yeah.
How do you ignore that?
Yeah, how you do that, I don't know.
Yeah, well, what happened to the original yo-yo, dude? They just didn't register?
Great question.
Or whatever, we'll forget about that.
That's interesting that they had to make it clear it's trademarked.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Simple mechanism for buying and selling punks while burning token supply forever. So here's a breakdown. Fees from Punkster, which is the 10%, trading accumulates in a smart contract until sufficient to buy the floor punk. Anyone can trigger the buy punk function, earning a 0.01 ETH reward. The punk is listed for double its price. Upon sale, all ETH is used to buy and burn Punkster.
Okay.
So there's a 10% buy-sell tax on token at all times. Before the first punk is purchased, the sell fee is 50% to encourage long-term holders. After a punk is sold by the protocol, fees are raised to 90% and decrease to avoid MEV. And so here's a punk strategy.
So this was deployed like about a month ago or so. So this has been like a festering, brewing phenomena, which is, for, if at minimum you could say cool, because when's the last time we've talked about anything happening on Ethereum?
Yeah.
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a hot minute.
Sorry, TJ.
It's all good, dude.
Yeah. other than Tom Lee and Joe Lubin, like, again, institutional version of this for ETH itself, like that's cool.
Yeah.
We talked about that, or we talked about other L2 ecosystems like Base. Like, there's things happening, right? But not on the native chain itself. There really hasn't been like a new emergent meta formed since the last cycle. Right?
Yeah.
So this is, at minimum, whether you agree or disagree, like, this is a viable product outcome for Web3. Nonetheless, it's like, it's happening.
It's happening, yeah.
And who knows, this could snowball into something else much greater than this.
Yeah, somebody can take some aspects of this and make a better product.
Right, which I think is kind of the underlying blue skies behind this all. Why it's got people so excited, because it's, once again, it's attracting savvy developers into the Ethereum nucleus to dust off their smart contract, handbooks.
Yeah.
Their Open Zeppelin templates.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I do with these? Like, to kind of extrapolate further.
Right.
Kind of similar to how DeFi was, 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, just get the ball rolling a little bit, like some new discovery of a primitive and some new abilities on chain. And it turned into like this whole manic episode, right?
Yeah, so tell me about what happened with this red wick. So you're saying that this has been running for a month, and it's been doing really well. It hit a 280, almost 300 million market cap.
That's pretty good.
And then there's like this giant red wick here.
Massive. That's huge.
So this is like, was it confirmed? Was it like one person who got it super early and just dumped their tokens, or?
That's what it looks like. Some whale, it was a single clip out, if you would. Somebody decided, this is it for me. Everybody get out of the way, dude. I'm out of here. And that sent the whole damn thing, into capitulation mode, right? So who knows the extent of this damage, right? That is the risk you take in crypto, right? You just never know when this will happen.
Yeah.
But I guess the question now is, like, can the demand for this new primitive, what this does for NFTs, in particular the Crypto Punk category of NFTs,
right?
Will that demand outweigh this, like, this single individual who just like had enough, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if that's all it takes to put an end to this.
I think the clip was around 3 million, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so about 1% of the supply, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's TokenWorks, and so we were just looking at Punk Strategy, but NFT Strategy is more like a framework.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's take a look at what that looks like. So turn any collection into a perpetual machine. And so these are all ETH collections.
Yeah.
Here's the yo-yo.
Trademarked.
Right. Built-in fee splits, automated market orders. So deploy your NFT strategy. You can deploy a token to any NFT collection by paying 1 ETH deployment fee. This creates your own perpetual trading machine for the specific collection. That's quite the tax there. Almost $5,000.
Yeah.
Your token launches with 95% buy tax to prevent snipers, then gradually decreases to 1% every minute to a minimum of 10%. So 80% of trading fees generated by trades are automatically sent to the vault. These fees accumulate to fund NFT purchases for the collection. 10% is used to buy back Punkster. 10% is sent as royalties to the collection owner.
All right, well that's a little nice. Bring some royalties back again. Those
Yeah.
collection founders that have been dormant for several years. I mean, remember, they're out of funds basically.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Let's wake them back up with more money.
Yeah, so they could start, a little bit of put out some dance videos on
Yeah.
TikTok or something, dude, to pump the value of these dormant assets.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Automated trading. So when enough fees accumulate, the system automatically buys the cheapest available NFT from the collection and immediately lists for 1.2x the purchase price. And when the NFT sells, the protocol uses the funds to buy back and burn the token. This transfers the value back to the token holders. The system processes up to 1 ETH worth of buybacks per block. All right.
Radio, dude. I mean, so this is, again, quite the conglomeration of killer features of this cycle. Again, like the fee dynamics, the buy and burn mechanism. These are all things that we've discovered have, again, produced fruitful results so far, right? For like entities like Bonk, Pumped Out Fun, Hyperliquid,
Yeah.
things like that, right? So it's like let's do more of that, but to a severely underserviced category of crypto, which is NFTs, right?
Yeah. So what is it?
Apester?
Apester is the second largest NFT strategy. Punkster is obviously number one at 270. This is before the red wick.
Yeah, so data has adjusted a bit, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we're looking at a market cap here, Punk Strategy, Apester.
So that's Bored Apes, if you couldn't pick up on that. Pudgy Strategy,
So
Pudgy Penguins.
do we know if Bored Apes, Yuga Labs is the one running this?
I don't know, actually, but I doubt it. I mean, it's just like a $5,000 tax, right? So it's, send us an email,
Yeah.
send us your $5,000, and then we'll put
just do
smart
it.
contracts together and just
Yeah.
let it rip, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's $5,000. I mean, anybody could do it. So
Yeah, it's not like, Michael Saylor, he didn't get Satoshi's permission, did he?
true. That's a good point.
It's just like, whatever, dude. If you want to help out, do it. Launch one
Yeah.
of these things.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another kind of strategy. It's called Punk Auction. And so it says the permissionless protocol that buys and auctions punks while burning token supply. So this one's interesting because it has purchased already, 3 or 4? 4 of them?
6 or 7? Because there's
Oh,
one on
yeah.
auction now. There's 3 on the docket.
Yeah,
And
7.
then 3 that have already been sold.
Yeah, so once the system purchases this punk off the floor, it does a reverse Dutch auction
Yeah.
where it uses past tokens at a high valuation and it just kind of trickles down until somebody buys it.
Yeah, which typically, so like the game theory here is like, if it gets to a point where it's less than the current floor price, somebody has to come in and buy these specific tokens called past off of a bonding curve, right? Which those tokens that were purchased to buy this as like an arbitrage opportunity, somebody who's capitalizing on that, they get burnt, and therefore it creates deflationary pressure to the token itself. And it increases like the floor price of like those tokens that are being bought for the next buyer on the bonding curve. It's like the,
Yeah. It's
What
another
is-
version of a flywheel.
one of those things out there
Yeah.
that's like, doing this and that, right?
Yeah.
It's like people like this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's perpetual. The thing I like about it is it's automated, right? In this particular case, I've been watching it. Like the creator here, founder, whatever, he waited for the first successful auction to occur, and then renounced like the smart contract. So now it's like out of his hands, right? This thing is just on chain. It's doing its thing.
Yeah, so he burnt the keys, so he can't make any more edits.
Yeah, no adjustments. It is what it is. This is like the perpetual state of things in this particular order when it comes to,
Yeah.
on-chain acquisitions of CryptoPunk. So now it's completely up to the market if they want to
Yeah, and this is
fuel this.
a rich man's game. If you go look at the price of the floor punks, they are around
Yeah.
$200,000.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah, so this is not.
But they used to be like, man, actually, you know what? How much do you remember?
like 500,000 at least.
Yeah, let's call it 500 grand
Yeah.
at its peak of its, heyday.
Yeah. It was 500.
Insanity.
Yeah.
But so the whole idea here is to get it back to that and further.
Yeah.
In the same sense, like, everything Michael Saylor has been doing by like orchestrating an entire industry around this whole strategy that he concocted,
Yeah.
you could point to is like, that is the reason why Bitcoin continues to go up. It's like,
Yeah.
had he not done this, I think it'd be less likely that Bitcoin would have all this like demand.
Yeah. You can argue that because we can't really know the alternate reality, right?
Yeah. What is the alternate reality? Like, retail doesn't even care anymore about Bitcoin. Retail's like search interest in Bitcoin all-time low.
Yeah, none of my family are interested in Bitcoin.
That's weird.
They want something else, which I also agree is weird.
What do you think they want?
I don't know. I guess Bitcoin at $125,000 is just too ungettable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, tell them this, dude. Tell them they can get in on the next thing, right? It's the Crypto Punks. Or even better, how about Nat, dude?
Or Nat.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Total fumble if you don't buy Nat at these prices.
Yeah, so this is, what are we looking at here? Andy OG? Or sorry, that's not that. That's past. Sorry, past. Okay, so, So, obviously, early days.
Yeah, brand new, right?
Yeah, super new.
Yeah, so we'll see. Just, again, we're just keeping an eye on things because, like we've already seen, that giant wick down could go further down. The question is
that guy doesn't believe then, huh?
I don't think so. $3 billion doesn't believe.
Right.
He's out of there, dude. But can it resurrect and continue further is the question. Right?
Yeah, so obviously there's some criticism out there. Strategy launches don't work long-term on alt L1s because they don't have anything like punks to back their treasuries with. Punk strategy and other TokenWorks strategies work only because they are backed by punks, the most desirable liquid assets in crypto for almost a decade.
Damn. Yeah, that's true. They've been around for a pretty long time. So if you're in the context of the role of NFTs, for sure. Like that is the Bitcoin of NFTs, right?
Yeah, I sort of share the sentiment outside of this context, with Michael Saylor and strategy. Is that you can do what Michael Saylor is doing and what Metaplan is doing with Bitcoin because it has this number grow up technology.
Right.
Right? Like it solves a problem, a macro situation problem that by default makes number go up.
It's true.
And so you can buy that asset and leverage its number go up technology to sell different kinds of financial products.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you try to do that with any other token, you're going to have a hard time.
Very much hard time, but nonetheless, you should
experiment.
You should try anyways.
Yeah,
right?
You should do it anyways.
Because how else do we have
fun, right?
Yeah. How else are we going to get your family interested in crypto again? They're not interested in buying Bitcoin, so
that's right.
How about this other circus over here, right? Is that interesting to you guys? Get in on this.
Yeah, so this is permeated to the Bitcoin ecosystem. We got Ord.io, a new runes token called Nodester. Nodester. Just raised $5 million in Bitcoin, 41 BTCs, to create a node monk strategy or treasury strategy with 7.05 BTC will be used to seed liquidity on RadFi, and 26 or almost 27 will be used to sweep node monks.
There you go. I mean, that's a significant chunk of money, dude.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, and if you guys don't remember node monks or monkeys, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Little pixel monkeys on Ordinals, and they did very well back in the day. So yeah, I guess the Ordinals ecosystem, not Ethereum, doesn't have like this degree of smart contract fidelity,
automation,
whatever you want to call it. So it's definitely not the same.
It's not the same.
There's much more, I'm sure, human involvement here, and I think the last tweet here is going to be a perfect example of why it's not the same. Yeah. But nonetheless, like we said, you should try anyways, right?
For sure. Yeah, 100%. Here's Node Strategy. On October 6th, Node Strategy has acquired 100 node monks for 7.38 BTC at an average of 0.07. So this is giving me Michael Saylor vibes here because this is how he does it, right?
Yeah. This is the Michael Saylor marketing hack. It's just like shotgun blast the world, letting them know you're buying.
Right. Yeah. So here's almost 29 Bitcoin and 101 node monks, and send nodes.
Okay. So it's happening, right? Funds were accrued. monks were acquired. So it's like we got the beginnings here, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
number go up.
Yeah, here we go. Node monks up 70% following the launch of Node Strategy, the first ordinal DAT on Bitcoin. Congrats, BTC. You did it.
This is all we needed to do. A little bit of that.
Yeah.
A little
A little Saylor.
a little Saylor juice sprinkled around, and we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Right. It's one of those moments.
That's right. So then, I asked you the question: are the founders really doing this, or is it somebody else? And here's the founder of Node Monks, Raktoshi. He says the team at Node Strategy are preparing a DAT-style venture targeting Node Monks. I am not involved with this project myself, but I know one of the founders well enough to say that I think they are honest and will do what they promise, i.e., unlikely to be a scam.
Yeah, that would really suck if he just ran away with $5,000 worth of Bitcoin.
5 million.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Really suck. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
No, and again, this is all manual stuff.
Yeah.
So there are other risks, of course. Buying tokens is inherently zero sum, and in order for there to be winners, there must be losers. Even if this is a good for Node Monks, you will probably lose money buying the token. But who knows? Maybe you really are the hero in this story called life and will beat the odds.
Very inspirational. I'm in.
Why can't you be the hero, right? Why not?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, why not?
All right, so TLDR, no strategy. The team made errors in the token distribution leading to the cancellation and postponement of the launch. Some got more allocation than they should have, and others got less than the actual allocation. Since they cannot take back the tokens, they're etching a new runestone. They're going from Node Strategy to Node Strat.
Yeah.
So
A little bit of a wah-wah.
yeah, not smooth sailing, but
It is what it is. Experimentation comes at a cost.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, some mistakes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to correct that, and the experiment is going to continue, and we shall see.
Yeah, and this is all going to be part of the, wait and see movement of tomorrow, right? We'll see if this single actor really did put it into this musical chair.
Yeah, I remember Michael Saylors coming out in 2020. I have this strategy. I'm going to buy Bitcoin, and then
Sure.
everybody laughed at him,
That's a good point.
and then everybody stopped laughing, and they're like, you know what? I'm going to do what he did. 4
Yeah.
years later.
That's true. But yeah, this whole everybody like hopping on the bandwagon kind of happened really quickly in this
Yeah.
case, right? Like Michael Saylors had to deal with 4 years of
True.
proving everybody wrong
Yeah,
before the industry kind of molded itself around that mechanism.
yeah.
In this case, it's like, all right, let's just all do this because we're all desperate and starving and hungry for something new, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which, if you understand crypto,
That
It's
is consistent.
It's typically what you need in these markets, right? Because like Bitcoin's in price discovery mode,
Yeah,
it's hitting all-time highs. Typically, this is the range of the cycle's timeline where we start to all form consensus around new narratives, right?
yeah.
Where it's like, hey, there's this NFT thing out there. Let's just all onward into that. And
Yeah, NFTs have been dead for a long time, guys.
yeah, so here's an opportunity to resurrect them and again, like exemplify like on-chain exuberance all over again.
Yeah.
Right? Why
Yeah.
not? The timing might be perfect.
Yeah, it's fine. I think we should run more experiments. I'm a science guy.
Okay, Bill.
All right, guys, that's it for us. If you have any questions on Node Strategy or Punk Strategy or any strategy for that matter, let us know in the comment section below. I appreciate you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.